Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. Today we are going to make some delicious Jamaican patties. Learn how to make authentic Jamaican patties with a perfectly flaky crust and a bold, flavorful filling. This step-by-step guide will show you the secrets to this Caribbean classic. Let's make them. We are going to start the recipe by making first the crust. And for the crust we need 4 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1.5 teaspoon of salt. I'm using Himalayan. And then we are going to cut in the butter and the shortening. 1 cup of shortening and half a cup of butter. I'm using unsalted butter. So using a pastry cutter, going to cut once it looks like this. You should be able to see pieces of butter. Then we are going to add the cold water, a cup or a cup and a quarter of cold water to form a dough. Mix all together. And once we have the dough, we are going to refrigerate it for 30 minutes or so. Add more water as needed. Just until everything comes together. So we add the water slowly because we don't want to add too much liquid. Just like that. Remove it to the flour working surface. Shape the dough into a round ball. Place it on a plate dusted with flour. Cover with a plastic and place it in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. To make the filling, heat up a pan with some oil, and then we are going to add the ground beef. Cook breaking up the larger pieces and stirring it occasionally until browned. Drain excess fat if necessary. Once the beef has browned, then make a clearing in the center of your pan and add the chopped onions and also a tablespoon of ghee or vegetable oil, and let the onion get softer. Then we are going to add the garlic, the chopped scallions, add the chopped hot pepper, whichever you use, Scotch bonnet or habanero. I didn't have either, so I used jalapeno and my secret ingredient. Watch till the end to find out what it is. Then we are going to add the rest of the ingredients, the paprika, allspice, salt, black pepper, and give them a stir. Then we are going to add the bouillon. Then slowly stir in 2 cups of water. Add the browning sauce, the ketchup, and also some dried thyme. Bring the mixture to a boil, lower the heat, cover the pot and let it simmer until half the liquid is reduced and it forms into a thick sauce. Then fold in the breadcrumbs until all incorporated. Remove from heat and let it cool completely. Dough has been chilling in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. I'm dividing the dough into, it's easier to roll out. And then we're rolling it out to about 1/4 inch thickness. I rolled out the dough. You can see the pieces of butter in it, which is nice. And it's about this thickness, 1/4 inch. So now I'm going to cut it out in circles. So this is a 4-inch cutter. If you want to make them bigger, you can use a bowl. I don't have a big cutter, so I'm improvising. I rolled out, and then I re-rolled my remnants of the roll and rolled a couple of more out. So now I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of filling on one side, sort of like this, and then fold it over, press down with your finger, and then use a fork and just press on the edge so they seal, just like that. Put about 2 tablespoons of filling, and then fold the other half over. You can pinch it with your finger like this, and then put it down and press with the fork so they seal. The edges get sealed, just like that. You can do more at once if you want. Divide the filling, just press like this. If you find that it doesn't seal, you can dab with a little water, just a tiny bit of water to help it seal. But basically, if you press it, it should seal, and then with a fork, just press it again all around the edge to ensure that the filling stays in. Are you enjoying today's recipe? Remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. One pan is done. Now I'm going to brush them with egg wash. And meanwhile, I preheated the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 170 degrees Celsius, for about 30-35 minutes until they start to brown. I'm going to do the same thing with the second half of the dough. Roll it out on a floured surface, about 1/4 of an inch thick or less, and cut it out. Put the filling, and we're gonna bake it. I love the color. The turmeric gives it this nice color, which I love. I didn't have the Scotch bonnet pepper. I used some pepper that I had, which is not very hot. But what I'm using extra for heat is cayenne pepper. You can adjust the heat to your liking by using cayenne pepper. I use probably about 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper just to add a little bit more heat to it, and I think it's gonna be just perfect. And that's my tip for the day. Add heat with cayenne pepper. Simple, easy, and it's actually very good for you. Cayenne pepper. My first pan is out. They are baked nicely, so it should look like this. Hot. I'm gonna remove them and let them cool slightly before eating them. The patties are done and they look fantastic. No more buying patties for me. These are the best Jamaican patties ever. I hope you enjoyed today's recipe. Give them a try and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video.